What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Now before we get started with today's video, the road to 200 subs has now come to a close and we're now on the road of 500 subs. Who knows, maybe we might hit 500 subs by the end of the summer, only time will tell. But as I have said in previous videos, if this channel does get to 500 subs, I will open up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel that I got from my partners over at Collector Store. So be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. By checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. On the hopes to potentially pull a blue eyes white dragon, a dark magician, a red eyes black dragon, a piece of Exodia, Monster Reborn, Pot of Greed. The possibilities are out there. However, if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners over at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull a collector's rare out of the set, much similar to what I pulled out of my Genesis Impact box I opened up last year, which is obviously this beautiful B-Cop from the Underworld. This thing looks absolutely incredible, you guys. But with that being said, if you guys want to see those boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue, maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos, or maybe, just maybe, you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, because more than 80% of you guys are watching the content, but you guys aren't even subscribed. And to top it all off, we got to get more women to watch the content as well. So if you guys are watching the content, you like the content, and you want more of the content, but you guys have not subscribed as of yet, then make sure you guys do indeed subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button on this video, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which is this: which archetype would you guys consider to be the most underrated archetype in the game's history? Let me know down in the comments below. And for today's video, we have not one, not two, not three, but 4 new cards to talk about in today's video. And one of them is actually a retrain of an old, I believe, an old McDonald's promo card, which is very interesting. So I'm not going to waste any time. I am just going to get straight into it. Kicking things off, we have none other than Dominus Purge, which is a normal trap, and it says that the effect is a once per turn, but if your opponent controls a card, you can activate this card from your hand. And the effect reads: when a card or effect is activated that includes an effect that adds a card from the deck to the hand, for the rest of the duel after this card activated from the hand resolves, you cannot activate water, dark, and fire monster effects. Also negate that activated effect. If you have a trap in your grave, destroy that card. So funny enough, if you're running this card in decks like in decks like Red Eyes or Yubel or like Sharks or Battling Boxer or anything like that, this card is essentially a way to stop you from using those monster effects, but it does act as sort of like a really weird like solemn judgment, where it's like a hand trap, if you will. Which again, hand traps are pretty cool to use, but they're not fun to be used against. I will say this. This is a bit of a gimmicky card in my personal opinion. I feel like they could have done something better with this card, but it is a way to stop your opponent from just comboing off, especially if they're running especially if they're playing rescue ace, if they're running purely, which both those decks, and there's quite a few others as well that do a lot of searching. So this card can definitely become a very interesting card. I feel like in the not the OCG. I feel like in the TCG this could potentially be a super rare, but then again, it could also be a secret rare as well. So anything can happen in this game. But next up, we have Missing Burrows, the Dark Ruler of the highest heaven. Which is a 10-star Light Fiend with 3100 attack, 2900 defense, and both of its effects are once per turn. And the first effect reads, you can special summon this card from your hand by banishing a monster, a spell, and a trap from your grave. Alright, not bad. Not a bad special summon, but it is a bit of a weird one in my opinion. Second effect reads, if this card is special summoned from the hand, you can banish one monster, 2 spells, or traps from your opponent controls and or from their graveyard. So this is really cool because this is a way to just pretty much just like stop your opponent from doing anything else. And excuse me, you can literally just break your opponent's board just by first activating Dark Ruler no more, and just ensure that your opponent won't be able to get any effects off. And this card can definitely become very useful. It is going to be a bit interesting to see if that card gets played, but we'll have to wait and see. Only time will tell. But next up, we have Vesper Girsu. Vesper Girsu, which I believe the kanji is translated to Flash of the Evening Star. So here's the card, and it's a quick play spell where the effect is a once per turn, and it says that if your opponent controls 2 or more monsters than you do, your opponent can send any number of monsters they control to the grave. Also, you apply this effect based on the number they control. 0, half your life points. 2, your opponent gains 2,000 life points. Or sorry, 1 monster, your opponent gains 2,000 life points. 2, banish your opponent's entire hand face up until the end phase. And 3 or more, your opponent cannot activate monster effects for the rest of the turn. So ideally, this is essentially kind of like a really weird... this is literally a quick play spell version of Evenly Matched, but the only thing is that you could literally end up cutting your own life points in half, which is very bad. It's just pretty bad. So this card is like okay, but there could have been better effects than this in my honest opinion. But now we move into the final card of today's video, and it's actually a retrain of Cosmo Queen, which I believe this is the second time we've gotten gotten a retrain, if I remember correctly. I'm not entirely sure, but it's known as it. But it is known as Cosmo Queen, the Queen of Prayers, which is an 8-star dark spellcaster with 2900 attack, 2450 defense, and both of its effects are once per turn. And the first effect reads, reads if a field spell is activated, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense. Second effect reads you can target this face-up card sorry. You can target one face-up card in the field zone, then activate this effect based on its controller. You destroy that target, and if you do, add a field spell with a different name from your deck to the hand. Your opponent negate that target's effects until the end of the turn, and add a field spell from your deck to your hand. So it really doesn't matter what you do, whether you negate your opponent's card or you destroy your own. This card is essentially terraforming, which is pretty cool, and it's a retrain of an old McDonald's promo that we got. What was it, back in 2004? I want to say. Which, this wouldn't be the first time that cards from the past got retrains. In fact, if you guys remember, cards like Harpy's Pet Dragon, Kaiser Glider, Dark Magician, I think, got a few retrains. Blue Eyes White Dragon got a couple of retrains. Red Eyes Black Dragon got retrains. Even Exodia got retrains as well. But not only that, also breaking news. Think about this. Since we're on the topic of Infinite and Forbidden and retrains, we are now officially getting Retro Pack 1 in the TCG in North America, which I don't know if that's a good thing. I feel like they could have done it sooner, in my opinion, but that's just how I see it. I'm pretty conflicted by that, but it'll be interesting to say the very least. But going back with this retrain is actually kind of cracks, because essentially not only do you have a Cyber Dragon, but you also have terraforming. So again, it doesn't matter whose field spell you target, whether it's yours or your opponent's. Either way, you get to literally add a field spell to your hand, which is absolutely insane. It is absolutely insane. But with that being said, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions in the future, then make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.